classic American. It's too hard.
I had a lot of fun today with my card. That's what I'm focused on.
I hit the gaps, I make putts, all time, par or birdie.
I missed a 30-footer for eagle on hole 4 or 4, and then missed that birdie putt, chained out, so that got me pretty upset, and I guess I just turned it on from there.
Overall, still very excitement, looking for like 4 or 5 more tournaments to be finished this year, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the 2024 Discraft Great Lakes Open presented by Garrett J. Verberg. We're in Milford, Michigan at Kensington Metro Park at the Toboggan disc golf course, playing up and down those toboggan slopes. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk.
And we are enjoying that candy out there. We're enjoying the cool weather. It's a nice time to be in Michigan.
Yeah, it was not raining today like it was supposed to be. But before we get into the round, let's highlight Jason Klins. He joined Power Disc Golf Academy a year ago and powered up his game. Holland Hanley has some driving lessons. Paul Ulibarri has some spin putt lessons. And after doing that for just 1 year, he shot his personal best 900 rated round. Congrats, Jason. Keep up the good work. Power Disc Golf Academy loves having you in the crew. Improve your game today and scan this QR code if you're interested in checking it out. Use the promo code DGPT for an exclusive discount. Check out those very informative skills that we have from Holland Hanley, Paul Ulibarri, and a bunch of other top-rated pros.
And jumping into today's round, we have Scoggins, who shot the course record yesterday, 9 down. She's 60% in the fairway, 56% in circle 2, and 100% perfect C1X putting.
Second, we have Heidi, Laine, 70% fairway hits through round 1, 83% of the time, finding circle 2 for a birdie, 73% of her circle 1X putts going in the basket.
Heidi got a bunch of highlight birdies yesterday. She throws really far, our current world distance champ. Hailey King, no stranger to distance, 80% fairway hits, 67% C2 in regulation, 88% C1X putting. We got to see a bunch of highlights of Hailey yesterday. Looking forward to having her on the card today.
And Kristin, Tattar, you've heard of her before, 65% fairway hits. Kind of a little bit off the fairway a few times, recovering well, 61% of the time, finding circle 2 in regulation. But look at that, 100% circle 1X putts.
And let's start it off. The first toboggan hill. Hole 1 is a par 3, 516 feet. Technically reachable, I guess. OB left and right. Early right is the worst thing you can do. Usually you just see sidearm, almost chip shots to the middle and just making it a 2-shot par 3. The par 3s out here at Deglow are very difficult. Look at how that corner near the basket wraps around on that right side, can really come into play on your approach shots. If you want to get there, it's an aggressive turnover backhand.
This is our lead card. And team off first. She is the reigning and defending Discraft Great Lakes Open champion, and at 9 under par, she is the leader. From Los Angeles, California, Scoggins.
You think Owen's thinking 10 today?
Yeah, she's got to have double digits in her mind. She shot the course record 9 down yesterday in round 1. She does that by mostly not birdieing the par 3s, getting the 4s and 5s.
Whoa. This looks very turned.
Today we had to deal with a lot more wind. Look at those flags whipping.
Yeah, it looks like a headwind here. Maybe kind of right to left.
Do we see Heidi throw very many forehands?
She has a really good forehand.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised almost to see her go backhand
Maybe
here.
She's trying to get there?
Let's see. Looks kind of slow speed. Oh, no, oh, yeah, it's a berry. So that's a mid-range.
Trying to get there?
I mean, got pretty close.
It sure did. Oh,
it's still getting closer, but out of bounds. She's looking at a screen they set up so we can see our shots finish. It's really a nice feature.
Hailey King with a really great distance backhand and forehand. Great putter, but just general garbage mental game. Just kidding. We love Hailey King in the booth. That's why we razz her.
I like that she, in her interview, basically just said she's fueled by rage.
Yeah.
Relatable. Yeah, I vibe with that. And a nice conservative forehand.
She's the 2021 Discraft Great Lakes Open champion and two-time world champion. From Tartu, Estonia, Kristin Tattar.
Kristin won this event in 2021. She has the skill set, big distance, and I think out here at Deglo, most important thing is consistency. It's why we see a player like Owen that can't necessarily throw as far, coming out on top very often here.
And a distance sidearm doesn't hurt either.
True that.
And a mental game better than Hailey King as well. Nice shot from Kristin.
Do you think if Hailey listens to this, she'll win it out of spite?
Probably.
I hope she does.
Get us in her interview. Owen, from really far back, she went OB early from a standstill on the side hill. Gets great distance, but gonna have to make a long putt. Good thing she's comfortable with that.
This played as the most difficult hole yesterday. Today, it is a tie for the second most difficult hole.
Ooh, Kristin checks up inbounds.
I'm surprised it played easier than yesterday just because the wind was pretty much a straight headwind off the tee pad. So maybe it just required players to go a little bit more conservative, which in turn keeps it in play, but definitely not as many OBs as yesterday.
Yeah, people learn their lesson, I guess. Not me. I hate learning.
It's hard not to go for this. It's so fun. Yeah, this hole, again, averaged at about a half a stroke over par. 63% of the field parring. And almost 40% taking a bogey or worse.
Ooh, great putt for a bogey save from Heidi. I love her putt. The way her hand finishes palm up, she just gets so much spin. It's fun to watch.
Kristin good for that straddle putt up, a little bit uphill. Owen trying to walk away with a double on hole one. It's about as good as you can do from where she went out of bounds with that tricky footing.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times you end up throwing from a berm or weird sloped footing out here at Deglo.
There were no birdies on the day on hole one, which is pretty unsurprising with the wind that we had and just in general. Hole one's a hard one. Same tee pad, same basket as the MPO field. Hole two is right back up a toboggan hill, 376 feet. Wow, that feels crazy. We're in a short pin position this round. I think rounds 2 and 4. It's a lot more reachable, a lot more birdieable. And if you don't walk away with a 3 on this one, you are not happy about it. Just chuck something up there in the middle, stay away from the burns / rough on either side, and then pitch something to the top of the hill, hopefully close to this elevated basket.
Congrats to our Patreon disc winner, Adam Jackman. If you are interested in winning a signed disc from the practice round earlier in the week, check out, I think it's patreon.com/Jomez. And if that's not it, just Google it. It'll get you there.
So yesterday, if you watched round 1, the pin position was blind from the second shot. It's about 80 or 100-ish feet, maybe a little less than that, back from the crest at the top of the hill. Still elevated, just further back.
Yeah, plays easier today, though if you kind of land short on the putt, you can see some rollaways. These drives are monstrous.
I know, it's insane. Is Heidi like close to circle 2?
So is Kristin. On with like a normal human, but still very, very good tee shot. I'm betting this played as the easy. Well, didn't it play as the easiest yesterday too, even in the long position? It's pretty
today
surprising.
it's the third easiest.
Huh.
Yeah, 60% of the field birdieing it.
I am confused by that.
Yeah, my guess
Not a
is
stats guy.
Yeah, my guess is maybe people overthrowing it and then having a scary comeback putt.
Hailey and Owen making pretty quick work of this.
Also, yeah, if you land short, it's a very steep uphill putt.
It is.
They will not have to worry about it here on lead card. God, Heidi's almost in jump putt.
Yeah, pretty
Range.
cool. And there's that scary putt you were talking about. It's going to be circle's edge deep, looking at a big old hill. Really pretty, though. Advanced hill, even.
Mm-hmm. Whew. Off the top, but thankfully the pace was good and it sat down pretty close, right outside the bullseye.
And she makes good on the par. That parring this one does not feel great.
No.
Like you...
This is a tweener for sure. Hailey slides one in the left side.
Doing her best to par.
There were 29 birdies out of 48 competitors on hole 2, averaging at a half stroke under par. Really leveling out hole 1.
Yeah, D-Glow for most of us is all about scoring on the par 4s and 5s and surviving the par 3s. Not a whole lot of scoring separation out here. Hole 3, a par 5, very gettable though, 915 feet. You see this really narrow, especially on the right side OB, kind of a left side bailout zone if you want to go slow speed and just play for the birdie. We do see eagle plays here though. Get a good tee shot off with the perfect angle, full flexing shot. You can then carry this OB patch on the second shot and get up there for an eagle putt. We saw a couple yesterday. I would be surprised if we don't even see an attempt from someone on this card today. Worst mistake is going OB early right. If you go OB late on the left, you can even rescue a birdie. Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, Hailey going huge here. She wants the eagle that she had in her clutches yesterday.
Oh no.
Man, that thing really drifted right.
That was a Star Hawkeye. It looks like it was fighting back. I wonder how early she's going to have to take that.
You can see the headwind kind of blowing the leaves, Kristin's hair. It was there, and it really makes you think about your disc angle a lot more. Kristin not quite getting the turn on the disc that she's hoping for.
It makes me think about everyone's hair a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the better mistake, but still doesn't feel great. Owen did this yesterday. She's going rock 3. She did go out of bounds yesterday. She takes some off and stays inbounds.
Even though they did widen the OB a little bit this year in that little bailout zone that we see Owen using, it's still really tight and very difficult to grab there.
Heidi really overturns this. I don't think this has a chance of coming back.
Oof.
And she may never see that again.
Yeah, that really covers some ground.
Look at the spot it run.
In the OB area. Here she is from that early right position. Now she's just trying to get down to the bottom to the left of that OB area we see on the right.
That looks great.
Sometimes I throw this second shot and I'm like, why could I not just do that on my first shot?
That's not the thing to think about.
It's not. But you do always throw a great second shot here.
Always. Left with a pretty simple hyzer here.
Really important to land on the left side of the fairway here if you are even a little bit towards the center or right side. You can't see the basket at all, and it's hard to know where to throw because it's a pretty big open area around the green.
So Hailey able to take it all the way down here. And I think this is her going for the green, asking for it to settle. And she's less than 100 feet away, looking at a long, long birdie.
Kristin from where she last crossed inbounds, going for the green.
Wow, okay. It looked like it might not cover it, and then it was fantastic. That shot intimidates me.
Yeah, it's uphill, and
I always think it goes farther than it is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you can't see it. Heidi throwing very high to get up and over that patch of OB. She's going to be about 40 feet away or so.
this hole played in the middle of the pack on difficulty. There were 14 birdies out of 48 competitors, about 30% of the field.
I like how Owen plays the hole, but every time I think about throwing a mid-range off the tee, it's just no fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's fun to just rip a driver.
My game plan is throw a mid-range out of bounds. Just
Interesting.
Play it safe.
I'm going to try tomorrow.
But not. Ooh. Both Hailey and Kristin giving it a great bid from distance.
Heidi trying to save par from outside the circle. Good pace, but she misses to the right.
This is one of the few greens on the course where it's just open and flat. It's kind of weird to be here because most often we are putting on some sort of slope. Lots of slopey greens out here.
Man, I'm trying to think of any other
18.
flat green. Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, and if it is flat, there's OB really close. This one's just wide open and flat. It's bizarre. It's like a practice putting green. Every other one, you're like, I have to think really hard.
Owen retaking the solo lead with that birdie.
Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. It's a good thing.
Hole 4, 508 feet, a very tricky par 4. I think this one and hole 18 are the hardest par 4s on the course. Tee shot is extremely important because the landing zone is finicky, we'll say. There's only a couple little tiny spots that work to try to get this second shot up the hill with these perfectly placed little wooden beams that run across and don't allow your disc to slide up the hill. You have to give it some air under the low ceiling. The basket is perched right on the edge of a big drop off behind, so you can't come in too hot. We see a lot of putter rollaways here. Distance sidearm is a great option off the tee, especially this flex line that Owen has mastered. We see hyzers around the big tree as well, or some backhand little touch hyzer flip shots.
This hole feels like it was designed for Owen.
It sure does.
You don't see a lot of forehands, I think, because those trees on the left just... Actually, all of the trees feel like they're in the way on the forehand.
They sure do. It's like requires a huge flex.
Yeah.
And not everyone has that. Hailey with some good... with a good backhand line, but maybe a little bit too much distance. She might be just past that tiny little landing zone.
Kristin had a huge tee shot yesterday. This looks like a great copy of that in a good spot. Maybe right behind that tree.
Yeah, these trees are checkerboarded really perfectly. So even if she is able to kind of straddle out, there's one tree that could be in her way.
Heidi with a nice, gentle turning shot, getting past all those trees.
That's so good.
It really is.
Man, that's one of the best tee shots I've seen on this hole.
Me too.
Yeah, Hailey just passed the landing zone. She's having to work a fancy forehand flex.
That is fancy.
It almost works.
Yeah.
She drops down. I think she's up into circle 2. It's pretty severely uphill. Let's see.
Kristin.
20 feet of elevation gain.
Nice. Kristin definitely dealing with that tree. Has the distance and gets into the circle. Owen had trouble on this hole yesterday. Scrambled an amazing par save today in a great position to attack. Man, the trees love her out here. I swear. I mean, it was a good shot anyway. Don't get me wrong.
It was, and she's just a master of those crazy angles, like where everyone else is like, oh yeah, my disc doesn't fly like this. And Heidi sliding up into circle 1 as well, getting just barely over that last beam.
Hailey, nearly 50 feet away, gives it a soft run. Kristin for birdie. Oh, nice. Little low left side action. She's now 2 down through 4. Heidi looking to get some green on the scorecard here. And she does.
Looks like everyone's cracking the code on this hole because it did not play as one of the most difficult par 4s today. It averaged a pretty much even par exactly.
Owen squeaks one in left side. She is a turkey and is now under par even with that double bogey on 1. Hailey walking away with the only par on the card.
Yeah, there were 10 birdies on this hole today.
Nice.
It's about double what we had yesterday, but a whole lot less bogeys.
Everyone's settling in.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 2 more rounds out here. Oh, now with a 2-stroke lead.
Look at Valerie Mandujano in 4th place, 3 down through 6. Current hot round.
Hole 5, another very long par 3, 480. It is reachable with an absolutely perfect shot. We saw Cat Merch do it yesterday, but look at either side. I think the left is slightly worse, but the right has some trouble as well. You see Owen, for example, will throw a forehand just kind of straight into the ground, again breaking up this shot or this hole into 2 different shots. It is a pretty fast green. There's some hard pan there. There's some OB you can find if you get a big skip. Name of the game is just keep it in the middle. Owen giving it a lot more height than yesterday. And again, the trees out here in Milford, Michigan are a big Owen fan.
Yep, Owen doing the classic 2-shot par 3 play here. Not everyone's going for this one, like Erika said. Kristin looking for this to flip up. It does not. And the trees are little bumpers today on hole 5.
Yeah, we got the guardrails up for you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys can feel it, but everyone's pretty jubilant this morning because
Yeah, they are.
The forecast was not looking great. And we woke up to the rain moving all the way through already, and we had to not deal with any precipitation at all. It was a little blustery, but we're all stoked to be playing disc golf without umbrellas.
Definitely jubilant from the lack of precipitation, as Madison so eloquently said. For real, though.
Or full 4-syllable words.
Everyone doing a pretty good job or getting a pretty good tree kick to be in the middle. Heidi threw a steady cinnamon and will actually have a putt for birdie. I think we only saw, 2 or 3 yesterday?
Yep. Owen keeping things exciting, though, on the long par 3s. Scaring the basket.
Kristin with her classic little harp touch forehand.
This also played as one of the more difficult holes of the day, a tie for the second most difficult hole with hole 1. You can see why even the big distance thrower like Hailey King just having to chip up. Let's see if Heidi Laine Laine can get the birdie.
So close.
Only one person got to circle 1 in regulation, and you're looking at her. Only 3 people got to circle 2 in regulation. There were no birdies today on hole 5. This is just not one that you're really picking your battle on.
Yeah, most of us. Cat Merch probably did.
She sure did.
Yeah, I'm more just looking around at the trees and the general spooky fall vibes, having a good time.
Yeah, super excited to be in the woods for a couple holes.
Like, what's in that marsh back there? We don't know.
We
Oh,
don't.
look. There she is. I feel like I manifested that. She's ahead on hole 6. This is typically a layup hole. That was not the best layup. Good distance too far to the right. Which gap is she lining up here?
I have no idea.
Me neither. She
Far
could go
left?
far left or far right. That's great.
Oh, what a great little touch sidearm. Super soft. Right into the bullseye.
And that's to get under par for Cat Merch. Sweet shirt also.
Yeah. Bringing a little sunshine to the day.
Valerie Mandujano still with the best round at that 3 down.
And here we are at hole 6. We just watched Cat Merch play it. It's a very short par 4 at 419 feet, but 2 little technical shots. I like the layup play where you're trying to land somewhere in this area, ideally setting yourself up for a forehand across the gully. The green is hard pan, so you got to come in a little bit soft, kind of push that back wall of trees. If you come in short, you can easily slide down the hill. This is another sloped putting green, so rollaways can come into play if you catch that little black pole guardian box, as they call them. You do see more players going for it, quote unquote. You can't reach it, but pushing past this landing zone that Owen has landed perfectly and getting down into the bottom of the gully, shortening their approaches.
Did she land there perfectly, or did the tree just nudge her over there perfectly?
I think there was a little bit of teamwork happening.
I think if you listen carefully, you can hear like a little like oh in the wind, like the trees are just.
They're like, I got her. I got her.
Heidi going standstill. You get pretty good at those if you're, throwing in the snow in Finland. You can't do run-ups. They're all good at standstills.
We'll see what Heidi has to work with. She kind of trickled down into the rough. Hailey giving it a lot more height, looking like she's going to do a play we saw Missy Gannon do yesterday and pushing all the way down into the bottom of the gully.
Yeah, it didn't quite work for Missy. It's an awkward nose up approach, even though it's short. We'll see if Hailey can get there. Owen with a good-looking sidearm. Just needs to control the skip, and she does. She's a master at that.
Ooh, Kristin with a very technical shot. Not quite to the landing zone.
Wow. Sick, honestly.
Mastery.
You rarely see her that excited.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I'm digging this.
Yeah, Heidi's splitting the trees, and she's up in circle 1, putting uphill.
Also, this lighting makes everything look so pretty.
It was really nice out there today.
Hailey leaving it a little short. Okay.
Ooh, Heidi slid down a little more than I thought. Kind of close to the edge of circle 1.
That is such a tough putt. Just the hill. You can see even Hailey's dealing with a bit of the hill here.
Looks like she's almost leaned back.
Yeah. Hard to get your legs into it from there.
No sweat. They both have pars, though. This is another sort of tweenerish hole.
Yeah, short but technical.
plays as one of the easier holes, 48% of the field. It's almost half the field getting this birdie. .40 out of 48 competitors, at least in circle 2 with a putt. We like this hole.
Yeah, we sure do. Let's check back in. Here's Kat Murch ahead on the 7th. Trying to go big here, a little bit turned, but she's almost to the top of the hill. You can see she's doing a bit of an uphill run up here. Can make it difficult to get all the way down this tunnel, but wow. That's nice.
Yeah, with the uphill run up. And an
Okay.
uphill putt, too.
Might be a Kat Murch kind of day.
Back-to-back birdies.
Kristin going to overtake Hailey with that birdie. She's bogey-free, 3 down. Valerie Manduhano 4 down now in a tie for 3rd. Here it is, hole 7. There's OB on both sides all the way down. They added the late OB on the left. It used to be inbounds. It's pretty punishing. If you don't get to the top of the hill here and have that uphill run up, it's really difficult to get all the way down the tunnel, despite how easy Kat Murch made it look. Very narrow pinch point here to get all the way through. And then another pin on another hill. Classic D-Glow. It gets really close on the right side. It's within 25 feet. It's weirdly easy to throw this one just into the side of this hill and not give it enough height.
It is also weirdly easy to throw it OB left, trying to work it up the right side. Having to throw it uphill and on an Anheuser angle, the disc just does what it wants, and that's fade. This is another common mistake, trying to throw something straight or hyzer flipping up the right side and overturning it a little bit.
Owen going to be in a much better position. Kristin going to be on the hill. I'll be surprised if she can get any kind of look from there. This looks great. Heidi probably dealing with those trees, though.
Ooh, I love this straight shot from Hailey.
Dang. Catches the guardian trees, though. Big layup.
Yeah, definitely. Kristin, not even a majority of the way up the hill, not able to see the basket.
Maybe kind of flirting with that right side still. Might be an awkward final approach here. A bit turbulent, you might say.
Hailey just going to lay up as well, out of position to be able to go for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's flirting with that left side OB.
That's why I don't really love this left side OB edition. Makes the... I feel like no one knows how to lay up yet because we've never had to do it before. We used to just bail out left, and that was, a fine mistake to make.
Looks like Heidi was able to clear that OB corner.
Owen lined up to throw the hyzer, which is kind of nice on this hole.
Yeah, it's surprisingly good on the left side. If you can put it close to the OB line and away from those center trees, it's pretty okay over there. Kristin's third shot up to the green with the OB stroke. This
Great
played
little- Go ahead.
This played as the most difficult hole of the day today, which is, I'd say, fairly unsurprising.
Yeah, with the addition of this left side OB, I am not surprised.
There were 19 OB strokes, I would say.
Oof.
I would venture to say, I don't know if it would be more often off the tee or on the second shot. They're both really difficult.
I bet you're right.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
you're right.
Yeah, if you get aggressive on the first shot, you have a really easy second shot. So it's just kind of a risk-reward thing and player's choice.
It really just feels like a risk thing to me.
Owen airing that one high. She's got to be careful because there's OB behind the basket to the left. She checks up just before it.
Coming back for par now. Makes good on it. Kristin for bogey.
There were only 4 birdies on hole 7 today. Only 7 people even getting to circle 1 in regulation.
And par doesn't feel bad on this one with those statistics. Kristin with the bogey going to slide back into a tie at 8 down overall. And Kat Murch now 3 down through 9 in solo second.
Hole 8, an uphill par 4, just under 400 feet. The tee shot is the most important shot here. You've got to land in this open area to the left of this tree. Being under the tree on the short side makes it impossible to get up and down to get a birdie. If you're on the farther side, you can sometimes squeak something out. It's a very technical second shot to get up to this green. Elevation gain is 54 feet, one of the steeper greens on the course and one of the bigger elevation gains we see in a single shot. The OB that's on the pin high left side of the basket comes into play a lot when players are trying to rescue a poor tee shot and still get the birdie.
Own going to be much more on the right than she was yesterday. Good distance, but a tougher angle, as Madison was saying, brings that left side late OB into play. This is just barely going to squeak around the tree.
The body English there.
Yeah.
Being close to that left side OB line over by the spotter in the red shirt is the ideal place to be. But everyone on our lead card working their way up that right side.
Yeah, weirdly easy to do. The tee pad kind of points you there, and then those branches on the left are just maybe in your head just a little bit. Kristin following suit here.
Oh, wow, that is a professional grouping.
Yeah. Professionally just slightly out of position, maybe?
Yeah.
Not bad,
No,
but you
not
can
bad.
see this low ceiling a little bit into play here.
Heidi trying to work around the branches, and it works out.
You think Owen goes for it? Show Heidi up? You do see some runs on this one. Cheeky little runs. There's a backboard there.
And making some quick work of these little forehand approaches. Everyone's doing it.
You can too.
This hole looks really easy.
Is it the easiest today?
Second easiest. 65% of the field birdieing this one. These that putt that Owen just made, it doesn't look that weird, but when you're standing over it, looking so far down at the basket, it is a weird putt.
It feels weird.
31 birdies out of 48 competitors.
Nice. And a star frame here from our lead card. $25 to the educational disc golf experience.
Yeah, do your edge dance.
Man, look at that power. You ever seen her Instagram and her gym workouts?
No.
She's an intense lady.
You guys need some JomezPro? Head on over to Heidi Laine's Instagram account.
Very functional exercises. Very, very impressive. Let's wrap it up with hole 9. It's a par 3, 472 feet. Downhill another, I'm not going to say unreachable, but very difficult par 3. No OB, so that's nice, but if you're short left, you might as well be out of bounds. To get all the way there, you see a lot of ladies work a full flex shot and sometimes get caught up on the right side. The other most common mistake is kind of bailing out to the left. As long as you get past the corner, though, it's not bad down there. Again, often kind of a 2-shot hole here. Plus the pin is elevated just to make it extra spicy on the putting green. I don't think anyone birdied it yesterday.
Nope. Yeah, same tee pad, same basket as MPO, and it's a difficult hole even for them. Bit of a headwind here today.
Oh, and gonna end up on the left, but in the short stuff, Heidi trying to get there. And if this flexes back in time, it's not going to be bad. But if it pushes into those trees, it can be some pretty awkward scrambling from there.
Ooh, pretty shot from Hailey. Working the hyzer flip. she pieces it out as it goes a little bit down the hill.
Solid shot.
Yeah, yesterday I believe we only even had a couple people in circle 1.
Kristin's disc looks good initially, but gets a lot of turn.
That's
and
pretty typical on this hole, that little bit of late turn. You just don't realize how much extra power and speed your disc maintains going down the hill.
Plus the headwind.
Yeah, and it's rough over there where she landed.
Thorny.
Angry. Blocked. It's like a wall.
Own approaching to just outside the bullseye. Kristin makes this field look good. It's very pretty in there. Oh, whoa, weird. She was like pin high.
Yeah, she must have went so far.
Uh-huh. She goes around the wall. That's new for me. I've never seen anyone go right side of that stuff.
A couple of pitch ups is pretty common here. Ooh, let's see what Heidi has to work with. Looks like a technical sidearm.
And hole 9 out here, it's really the excitement that we live for in disc golf. Just the pitch up to par.
Yeah.
Thrilling.
The geese aren't the biggest fan of this hole. I think we could call for a little bit of a amendment to the design here.
Just a bit shorter.
Yeah, just a bit. I like a distance hole. I like a separator hole. But this one could be a little bit more fun.
Any birdies today?
We again had 2 people in circle 1 in regulation. No one was able to get the birdie with the elevated pin.
So a round of pars is literally the best you get today.
75% of the field par this hole. So it's just like,
meh.
eh.
And that is gonna wrap up our front 9. Just kidding.
Sneak preview, back 9.
Annika Sten on the 11th hole. She's really deep in the rough on that right side. No,
Yeah.
she's not.
I'd call this a lefty hole. She comes in a little too short and oh my.
Sweet. That's gotta be 150 at least.
What a shot.
We saw a throw in here yesterday too.
Yeah, the little toodly-doo with the flag.
Yeah.
We like the celebration.
Yeah, we do. Own Scoggins leading the way, 12 down. Overall, 3 down on the round. Cat Merch in solo second. She's 4 down. Kristin Tattar, nice round at 3. Hailey King 2. Valerie Mandohana 4. Then you can use your own eyes. I'm not going to read them all. Oh,
Yeah,
Danny Clyden.
Yeah, 6 down through 14. Not as many hot scores so far today as we saw yesterday in the front 9. Not quite as many birdies out here from most of the field. A lot of people hovering around at that 2 or 3 down mark. But the back 9's where you got to hold it all together, and the wind gets wild.
It really does.
And it's gets really swirly too. Things get very interesting. So tune in, hang out, watch us try to throw frisbees into the moving air.
Indeed.
I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geeks.
Honk.
Honk.